This is the story of a group of runners who became a family bound by friendship, laughter and adventure, with one shared goal of crossing the land of fire and ice on foot. We only made it to base camp. Here all the fun starts, all the running, all the camaraderie, all the soreness, and then eventually you see the sea and you know you've run across Iceland.
This is so cute. We're here, buddy.
I saw that. Catch your head.
Yay! Can't believe it.
After 18 months of lockdowns, isolation and unknowns, 22 runners finally enjoy a taste of freedom as they begin the challenge of running over 200 miles across Iceland.
All comes to this moment, right? Months of training or years for something, but I'm excited. I just want to actually get moving and get at least the first leg done and have some breakfast.
Imagine running a marathon, waking the next day and being told you've got to run another marathon, and doing that on repeat for 9 days. Each day the miles were split into 3 legs.
Great Norse Run, day 1, first leg done.
Yesterday we drove round pretty much a quarter or even a half of Iceland to get up to the very top, and now we are running. This will be 16 miles into the run at this point, lunch stop, and I think this is where the legs are going to start to get a little bit tired. The reality of what we're doing might be setting in a little bit.
That was hard work. Knee and
I can see you
knee and hip
a bit more tired than you were after the first one.
Yeah.
The runners take a bath in glacial water to soothe their already aching legs.
It's actually quite cold.
Hi! Oh, you don't have a fence. Do you think it's friendly? Oh my gosh. It's coming with me. Oh no. Oh no.
Less snake hips, more brittle hips. Day 1 complete.
As the first day is coming to an end, we get a text from Kevin, who hasn't arrived yet, saying his knee has stopped working.
Okay, so and if he has a real problem, then in the morning we take him back, and if he is okay, we see if he can get on to the next bit. But I mean, if he's having problems on this road,
the thing with knee stuff is it's like once it starts going, like it's the only real way around it is rest, and he's not going to get a lot of that.
Yeah, 20 marathon a day. It's not very restful.
well,
is
no,
it?
but tomorrow is an ultra.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
exactly, yeah.
And with climbing as well.
Yeah, tomorrow is an uphill ultra.
Painful.
I thought it was a little
Yeah, knee.
intimidating.
Yeah.
Keep getting introduced.
Yeah. On the
outside?
Yeah, that's right. If I do that, it kind of feels like it's like scratching along, and yeah. I think I'll give that water a go and then rest up.
In a rare moment without her pea costume, Sally lets slip that she's a physiotherapist, and the runners don't know it yet, but nearly all will be helped by her nimble hands in the days ahead.
It's taping up his knee. It's a little bit sore. Get you going, get you on the road again.
Yeah. A good night's sleep I think helped, but I can still feel it when I bend it, so hopefully I'll get it rebuilt and off we go again.
Rebuilt.
Yeah.
Don't do miracles.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out who was up there, and we're like, oh, Kevin's running again. Yeah, it seems to be going alright so far. So. Cool, well, look after it. It's a long way. Beautiful up here, right?
Today the runners have a lot of up and a lot of very rocky roads. They've got a few bits of water to cross, nothing too big though. I mean, it may seem big to them now, but they will have a lot bigger river crossings later on. But yeah, today is just a tough one. It's just relentless. It's up and up and up, and you go from the nice smooth terrain down there to a much more crunchy, and rugged feel up here.
This is so much up.
Lucky I'm a barefoot runner, so I'm not squeamish about these things. No mosquitoes. Well, there seems to be a midgie problem here. Not so much of a problem than a epidemic. So from pandemic to epidemic. No, it's just to keep the midges off my face. Sort of, it doesn't work. Mainly just suffocating.
On we go.
Here in Laugafell, the huts are open about 2 months per year, July and August. I think you're the first ones running. We've had a few people walking and a bit more on a bicycle, but running the first time. It takes a lot of stamina and determination and I'm not going to say craziness, but I think it's brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
I was just walking through this campsite like this is just a dream come true. You know what? How could it be any better than this? I think for me, a lot of what I enjoy about running is the escape from the everyday, and we spend so much time connected to the world through social media, and it's so rare to really just get away and be off the grid and just focus on being more connected to nature and being connected to yourself. You know, how lucky are we right now that all we have to think about is running. And all we have to think about is running in this incredible place.
Let's put all of this into context. In the UK, millions of families are mourning the loss of people who died from COVID. They've lost their jobs, they've had mental health problems. So for us lot, to have the emotional, the mental, the physical and financial capacity to be out here is an absolute fucking privilege.
That food was awesome. They thought it doesn't look awesome at all. It's bloody windy. It's cold. I've got some rivers. I don't want to do it.
I'm surprised everyone's really in good spirits. There's been no fallouts, no DNFs yet, so that's good. Everyone's slogging through. Yesterday there was a barn dance at our lunch stop. That's brilliant.
But the sense of fun and smiles doesn't last long as Iceland starts to show her wild side with some spicy river crossings.
It was quite wide, this one. So it was quite bitter at the end. Bit of a head freeze, brain freeze. I think that's sort of the fourth one. I can't imagine they're worse than that one.
So this rainstorm has just come in, and we're at what is a fairly major river crossing. So we're going to go help the guys get across.
The storm causes the river to swell, and the first runners to venture into its depths have their legs pulled from under them by its force. The runners link arms to help each other across safely. As the runners, soaked to the bone, continue onwards, the support team turn around and head in the opposite direction. The runners made us aware of some idiot riding a bicycle across Iceland without a repair kit and with only a hammock to sleep on. Please take a moment to consider how many trees suitable for a hammock you've seen so far in this film. Cursing under my breath, we get him back to safety, then chase down our runners, who I worry will be hypothermic by now. This has been an emotionally tiring day. The runners find sanctuary in a hut, and as their fingers and toes thaw, so do their spirits.
Travels of the world. Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. Going home to live with God.
We wake up to a beautiful rainbow arcing over the road, but not everyone is feeling upbeat.
How are you both?
I'm okay.
Enjoying it?
Yeah.
How was the rainbow fill you with excitement and joy?
I was feeling shit at that point, so now I don't give a shit about it.
This will be the first and only that I get here first. This is why I come. This is why I come. I feel like I've had not a silver spoon in my mouth or an easy life, but I haven't had any real obstacles to overcome, or the ones that I have, I don't see them that way. And so I find obstacles, I find challenges. It's me versus the planet. Or at least this week it's me versus Iceland, and I'm winning.
Oh, mate,
that's what I mean.
I mean, I never thought I could do more than a half marathon. I can never do a marathon, so and I can't. I can do 8 miles.
So you've never done more than a half marathon for the trip?
16-mile half marathon, that's it.
Wow. And you're now in 170 odd plus K. 5 days. That's.
But it's not. It's just lots of little 8 miles. And I love that in my head. It just all works. It just says, well, 8 miles. I know what 8 miles is. I get to 6, I struggle. I get to 7, I think I only got like 1 more, and then you do it. Apart from I struggled at 5 on this one. so, actually, I really struggled at the beginning. I was like, oh god. I told Doug and Holly and Oscar, I think they're in the hole as well, and Christina's in the hole. There's quite a few holes. That camp is the first camp where I've seen the energy levels drop so badly.
What's everyone been doing?
Kid just taped up my feet, and then you went and got my bowl for me. And it was just the kindness of being taken care of that got me a little overwhelmed. That's all.
People are good, aren't they, as a general rule?
People are good.
This is the first time I've done something this intense, and I've never done a distance further than just like a marathon. So I'm learning a lot about myself, and I trained a lot, and I thought I trained enough, and I didn't train enough for this, but I'm learning a lot about myself and how to be better.
Well done, Bo.
Where's this fucking camp?
At the top of this hill. You're doing well.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Very nearly there.
That's not the words.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It's lovely. It is.
Heard some chatter from the runners. They spoke to some motorcyclists and some cars that the rivers aren't crossable.
Aren't crossable?
Yeah, they're too big to cross. So we don't know. We'll see what lies tomorrow.
We're not going to let rivers stop us after all this hour. No way.
A park ranger pulls over to tell us the roads heading north, the ones we'd already run, were now closed due to the fierce rivers, but that all rivers south were currently open.
How do we dodge every bullet? Like every time we come down here, it's either closing behind us or a problem that's impassable behind us that we've just gone past.
Or it's only just opened and we're trying to forge the way.
Yeah.
It's cool, eh?
That's why it's a real adventure.
You can feel the joy as the runners' worst fears of being stopped by natural disaster ebb away.
I am having a fucking ball. This is amazing. I think when I die, I'll remember this scenery.
Plan is to set off last and get in first. That's the next stop. We'll see.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
That is inspiration for a man taking on a challenge. I'm giving him a 2-1 for making it. Oh, the terrain is bad. James has got to pass 21 runners. We're just going past our first 5. Well done, gang! That's a bottom hole, but that's 6 and 7 runners done. Here's James. He is flying. We're going at 20 kilometers an hour alongside James. He's passed more than half. He's on 11 runners.
You can do it. You're close. He's busting a nut to do it.
James is fucking.
Oh, he just like run up the hill.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck?
He's trying to do your thing.
Yeah, last out, first in, yeah.
And he is so close to beating Guido and Christian.
James passes 20 runners, leaving him chasing Christian's red backpack. He comes into camp 1 minute behind him to find Christian relaxing with his feet up.
Yeah, and she is.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck was that?
It's
just like, I looked and it's like there, and then it's miles away.
Oh,
never
him?
never seen
Oh,
anything.
yeah, no, exactly. He was like the Flash.
It should not be possible to move that fast. Uphill as well.
Kristen, how do you feel about beating James in his mission by 1 minute?
I left 40 minutes after him, so he wins for him.
14.
4-0.
4-0, wow.
Yeah, so he did a lot of catching up.
Yeah. That's been the case.
Oh, there it goes.
If I were at home and I thought, should I run like 3 or 4 miles, I'd probably say no. My feet hurt. But out here, they feel pretty good. Out here, it's like 25 miles. Yeah, no problem.
How far?
About maybe 3 or 4 miles.
Really?
If about that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I thought it was only like a mile.
Feeling it today.
Here's my stomach. Right, I'm gonna go. Bye bye.
Wow to the hill, wow to the landscape.
This shit. This is it, by the way.
No.
Oh jeez.
It's very cool. You got here on foot.
Yeah, on the top of ice.
30 odd K now, if not a bit more.
Go get him, Bo. With 2 days to go, the runners are beginning to feel the gravity of what they are achieving, and emotions are high.
We were all given one of these, right? It's part of our finishing medal, and it's like in the core of the medal. And officially, we are supposed to, along our run, if we find a spot that moves us, that we feel very strongly about, we are encouraged to leave it there. 3 years ago, I was going to do that first Great Norse Run, right? And I couldn't do it because of medical reasons. And it was kind of fate, I guess, to a way, because it enabled me the opportunity to care for my father and spend the last times with him. And so the reason why I chose this place is because the first time I saw a volcano, it was with my father. And so this, for me, represents a lot of things. One of the reasons why I was here was to see the world, to appreciate all the things that my father wasn't able to see because of his sacrifice for us.
So I've decided to put the nugget into the fire here on our rest day. Over the course of the evening, I think pretty much everybody has sat around the fire, and I was looking around at everyone and realising that I'm really going to miss everybody. And we were talking earlier about what the highlight of our trip was, which was sort of the idea of the nuggets. And a few of us are saying that it was hard to pick a time or a moment because the real highlight is the people. So I think the fire circle with everyone sat around it represents that for me, and it also seems apt in the land of fire and ice to let my nugget go to the fire.
Another one. Okay. And the worst case scenario is buying the actual.
Where do you store them?
What happened in the middle of Iceland?
That's where I left my nugget. I didn't bury it. I decided to leave it out and see what the wind might do with it. So there was one camp on Sunday night where we were dead center in Iceland, and then I had the ashes from my friend Ruth, who passed 2 years ago. And her daughter's given me about a dozen of these vials of her ashes. And so I've been taking them to all the places that I've been going. So I took a little video of her ashes going out into the wind. And then I left my nugget. Yeah, a lot of emotions on this trip.
Yeah.
So many people that I've met through work and just travel, other things through life that they can't do this. And there's a lot of different reasons that, you know, health reasons, financial reasons, fear of going out into the world, but the longing to see it, but just can't get over those kind of hurdles. And so I share my adventures with them because I know they can't do it. And so when I get kind of down or feel like I can't run anymore, I think of people who can't do it, and so I keep going.
Homeward stretch, isn't it?
Yeah, glacier over there.
Glacier over there. Home over there. For me, this is not just us coming together as a great team, but by this point in the run, the team have done that as well.
Absolutely,
yeah. To start with, they were just names, then they were names and faces, and now they're amazing people that we'll know for a very long time.
Yeah, and they are going to be friends forever, having shared this.
With a challenge like this, it's always going to be special. But COVID has displaced a lot of what we enjoy in life. This Iceland trip is all about doing things that you love, but like with people who are like-minded and away from screens, away from technology, and just being back with nature. And it's been so incredible, actually. It's just exactly what the body, mind, soul, everything needed.
Today's been a bad day. Yeah. It's one of those things, if you go slowly it hurts. So the only option is to go slow and it takes longer and it hurts more, or you go fast and it doesn't hurt as much, but then when you stop it hurts more. I probably wouldn't have carried on if like day 2, like day 1, day 2, day 3 were like this. It's only one more day. One more day.
Last leg of the Great Norse Run.
Just a little further down, the ice cap is fucking unbelievable behind the big kind of mountains of green.
Sweet.
You guys are so close.
The runners want to regroup with 1 kilometre to go so they can finish the run together as one.
I'm looking forward to stopping. I'm looking forward to resting my legs. But yeah, just wait for everyone at the last mile or kilometre mark, and yeah, it's going to be brilliant. All that adrenaline will get us a lot through the last kilometre. It doesn't matter if we've walked, hiked it, run it, we've all done exactly the same distance, and everyone's going to hopefully finish happy. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Very honestly, when I was like reading all the stuff, watching all the stuff from last time you did this, and it was all like, it's the best thing ever, I was a bit like, come on guys, a bit overdone. And then just like the last couple of days just been a like smack in the face of emotions. It will be so good to go back home and like see all the people I love and have missed, but also like this community is amazing too. It's going to be a really weird transition. Yeah.
Are you eating the runner's sweets?
Oh, I'm upset from laughing. What's been the most challenging thing for you so far?
I feel like people who do this sort of thing always have a level. Oh, brilliant! The most challenging thing so far is the lack of privacy that we've all had to endure. But we're getting used to it, and it's forming some fun bonds between us.
Can you park it like less than a foot away, parallel to my car? Okay. Thank you. Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't hit the car!
And we need the runners to know that they have to turn right. Can you tell them as they come past?
Cool, copy that. Slight problem, I was getting epic drone shots and I completely forgot to tell every runner to turn right, so I'm going to try and catch them up.
What?
Follow me for an amazing experience. This is the boys and the girls' toilet. Look, it's exquisite. Some would say perfection. All one needs to do, get inside and squat.
The glamorous side of things here.
Oh, it's a bit.
Fucking hate milk.
All I heard just now was